What's going on, internet world? It is your favorite breakdown commentator, CTV. Welcome to another riveting episode of the platform. Happy Thursday, 4 days into the new year, girl. And retrograde coupled with the age of Aquarius got the truth in a goddamn chokehold, girl. Okay? This, hands down, has been one of the most legendary retrograde in recent years. I told you guys before this retrograde set into place that this was going to be a table shaker, baby. But god damn, this was a underestimation, baby. I don't even think there's a damn table left, baby. Okay? It's going down, and you guys know we have a shadow period over the next 2 weeks. So it ain't over, baby. It's the age of Aquarius. So the entire 2,500 years ahead is honestly going to feel like a big ass retrograde. It's going to feel like 2,000 years of a long retrograde, because the age of Aquarius is all about tearing down the old. It's all about uprooting the truth, unearthing the lies. It's about putting a demolition to what we've created, going back and reevaluating what we've created, tearing down old things, rebuilding those things. So it's going to be a huge reconstruction era for the next 2,000 plus years as we deal in the age of Aquarius, girls. So it's going to be rough. There's going to be a lot of refinement. There's going to be change in every area of our lives as humans, from politics to religion, to technology, to lifestyle, to government, to everything. Every facet of life is going to come under subjection. It's going to be crazy innovations. And it's going to honestly feel like you lived 13 lifetimes in one life. It's going to be incredible, escalated change, very dramatic changes and introductions of newness. All right, so all of that, girl. But before we get into what we're here to get into tonight, I need you guys to go ahead and thumbs up the video until it is absolutely stuck. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are literally thumbing up and pressing like on a live stream, you are knocking on the digital door of another conscious member and telling them to get their arses into the goddamn sanctuary. All right. So please run those thumbs up until they're absolutely stuck, because we're doing what? We're working, all right? And the reason that we're growing, you see that 45K, you see that 45.1K and growing, is because you guys thumbing up is forcing YouTube to actually recommend and market and bring publicity to the channel by putting it in people's suggestions, slapping the content on people who are not subscribed to the platform's homepage of their YouTube channels, girl. So we're getting that cross promotion from the platform because you guys' engagement and you guys' thumbs up. So I owe all of the credit to you guys, because once again, I cannot do this without you. All right? What's out? Make sure that you have your notification bell set to all. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community at, whether that is your YouTube community wall, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Facebook, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give no damn about where you lay the link. Come on, know that we're allowed live. And then, Colin, with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let me shout out to some of my crew members. Hey, Tanya. Hey, baby. What's going on, the missus? Hey, Kiwana. What's going on, Rumors and Tea? Hey, Queen B More. Hey, Art by Omni. What's going on, The Missus? Hey, Adriana's Report. What's going on, Neo X? Hey, Belle. What's going on, Kevin KC? Hey, yo, nasty piece of Lisa. What's going on, Miss Trini Gal? Hey, Sherry. Hey, Sin. What's going on, Venus? Hey, y'all. Hey, the Cats Den. What's going on, Sexy Nessa? What's going on, Sherry? Hey, Lauren. Hey, Dreamin' Edmund. Hey, Boo. What's going on, Uzi Pistol? What's going on, Octavia? What's going on, Natasha? Hey, Deborah. What's going on, Caitlin? Hey, Auntie Trisha. What's going on, Lady D? What's going on, T.W. Johnson? Hey, what's going on, my old nasty piece of cinematic cooking? Hey, I don't know how to pronounce your first name, cinematic cooking, but you got to give it to me in the chat. What's going on, JJ Nessa? I don't want to butcher it, child. What's going on, Tanika? Hey, Sabra. Hey, Tracy. Hey, AM. Hey, Cinnamon. Hey, Ian Gardner. What's going on? Old enough to know better, period. What's going on? Hey, Sardi. Been waiting on either CTV or Stone to talk about this. I watched your interview and the clapbacks. Let's get snacks and get rowdy, girl. Y'all going to have to be ready for this one. What's going on, TL Goldie? Hey, Hey, Jackie. Hey, Jay Goody. Hey, Boo. What's going on, Lady Butterfly? Hey, you all. Hey, everybody. Hey, Dancing with Nature. Hey, St. Marquise. What's going on? Don Dada. Hey, Natasha. What's going on, Evelyn? Who that? What's going on, Spiritually Guided? 144 Taro. What's going on, Adora? Hey, Golden Queen H. Hey, Boo. Hey, y'all. Okay, so a lot of y'all in the building, child. So, what's going on with London's mom? Hold on, I think we got a nasty child support check. Thank you, Reggie, for the nasty. You know, I did it. What's going on? You know who you are. Shout out to my old nasty piece. Moderators, okay, who's sending up things to the building. What's going on, Scotty Saturn? Hey, Boo. So, y'all, I don't want to keep you guys too long, but before we get into that, let me go ahead and issue a disclaimer. Let me talk to the replay gang. Live streamers, get out the way. Conscious crew who participate in the live stream, I need y'all to move out the way, baby, okay? I'm addressing the replay gang real quick. Some of y'all don't know how to use a cursor and actually fast forward, rewind, stop, pause, and exit a live stream. What I don't need the replay gang doing is having the unmitigated gall to talk about how long my intro may or may not be. Because first and foremost, before it became a replay stream, it is a live stream first. When I have an intro going, I don't give a damn if it's 27 minutes long, 27 hours long, 15 minutes long. I'm clearly extending the intro so that I can give YouTube time to send out notifications so that I don't have people coming up in her 15 minutes, 20 minutes after the fact talking about what's going on. Catch me up. I'm late. I ain't getting notifications. What y'all talking about? What y'all doing? So when I have an extended intro going, I'm giving all my people time to get their asses up in here. I know what the fuck I'm doing because I'm the one driving the steering wheel. You stay in the replay gang's place, and you have the luxury of actually fast forwarding through a intro, unlike the people who are in the chat in real time. Please get you some business about your damn self. Also, I want to shout out to my baby mother, Tanika, for the old nasty piece. Oh, nasty ass piece of child support check, baby. What's going on, Tanika? God bless you. And the children's girl, what's going on, YB Entertainment? Hey, boo. Hey, y'all. Now, I'm about to also let y'all know, shout out to the 303 in the building, girl. I'm about to trigger some of y'all, so please grab your Medicaid card. Please go ahead and take your goddamn blood pressure and high cholesterol as medicine. Cat Williams both gonna get his wig tugged on in his commentary, and he also gonna get his confirmations and his affirmations, and rightfully so. He gonna get the support he looking for and that he clearly need. But we about to play both hands of the Lord, girl. We about to be left and right-handed today, baby, because I got some issues, okay? Now, I want to also shout out my baby mother, really Really Be TV. Hold on. Let me go to her page real quick and drop her link. Moderators, can y'all please do me nasty piece of big favor, honey? Big favor. Hold on. Let me get Really Be TV's link, girl, because my baby mother was over there also touching on, you know, the situation that's going on at hand. Ciao. And okay, hold on. This is the link. The link. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Why this thing ain't working? Okay. The link to Really Be TV channel. Okay, I just put her link in the chat, you guys. Really Be was over there, girl, about to lose all her damn teaching licensing, girl, because she was given a well-balanced commentary that was not totally in the spirit of ass kissing and rim jobbing Cat Williams just because everybody is going up for him. So first of all, shout out to baby mother. I love people who have the kahunas and have the courage to have unpopular opinions, to go against the grain, etc. And even though she did not totally kiss his ass, she was also perfectly articulate in where she thought things made sense. But she was also handing Cat Williams his share of accountability. And that's also the vein in which this commentary is going to be in. So if you're looking for an ass-kissing live stream and you're looking for like a total 100% caping for Cat Williams, you're not going to get that here. You're going to get that here partially, but we definitely gonna tug on Cat Williams' ponytail girl, okay? And I'm gonna show you why. I also had dropped the link for Really Be to join me. I know she's live right now, but I sent it to her DM, so she may be joining us if she gets the message before time is up. All right, so let's go ahead and proceed forward because we got quite a bit to get into tonight. All right, we're going to be doing a lot of fair use, girl. I'm going to be letting y'all hear the things. So you guys already know by now the interview that has gone viral several times over around the entire world, girl. Almost 8 million views plus is this interview between Cat Williams and Shannon Sharpe over at Club Shay Shay on YouTube. Shout out to Shannon Sharpe over at Club Shay Shay. He had Cat Williams on for about 3 hours to essentially talk to him about his life, his lived experience, what he got going on. But Cat Williams came through immediately, bitch, kicking the door down, dragging down boots. And I was here for it, okay? I'm not going to lie, girl. I got a total cackle. And what's funny about Cat Williams is that I've oftentimes been compared to Cat Williams. Oh, girl, he sounds like Cat Williams. Oh, girl, he look like Cat Williams. So it's just funny that me and Cat Williams are here, okay? And Cat Williams wanted to address one of Club Shay Shay's last interviews concerning Bernice Jenkins, a.k.a. Rickey Smiley, who had and went into his relationship to the movie Next Friday, which you guys know is a classic in which Rickey Smiley played a evil, villainous crackhead disguised as a Christmas Santa Claus, all right? And in that interview, Rickey Smiley stated that he was actually supposed to play the legendary, iconic character of Money Mike, you know, the big pimp that ended up being Cat Williams' character and creation. He went into some ins and some outs about the role, etc. Boom, 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 boom. Well, Cat Williams thought this was all goddamn cap. And I guess between Cedric The Entertainer, Steve Harvey, Ludacriss, Kevin Hart, and now Rickey Smiley girl, they all ended up being the damn straw that broke the camel's back. Now, I know how that feels. Because sometimes my empathy and emotional intelligence personally allows me to take a lot of shit and then I'll end up going kaboom. 12 months later, I'll sit back, and let things accumulate and build up, which partially is mercy. Okay, just letting hoes find them somebody to play with, finding them something to do, giving them an opportunity to get with the Lord, figure out their soul salvation. Okay, because I'm gonna give them the healing that they've been prolonging if they can't center it themselves. All right. So sometimes I too end up doing a grand sweep as well. And this was Cat Williams' grand sweep, girl. He did not hold back, and he has the internet and a goddamn chokehold. Now, for the majority of the viewing audience, everybody is on Cat Williams' side, and there are various receipts that are corroborating certain allegations that Cat Williams made about Steve Harvey, who he alleged still jokes, along with Cedric The Entertainer. You guys know the internet is undefeated, so people are pulling various receipts from everywhere, putting two and two together to substantiate some of the claims that Cat Williams has made about these famous, iconic Black comedians. All right. So we're going to deal with all of that. We're also going to call Cap on Cat Williams as well. Okay. But let's go ahead and get into how we even got here. What we're going to do is first and foremost play some of the interview between Shannon Sharpe and Rickey Smiley, which touches on the Money Mike role, which was the thing that inflamed all of this to begin with. All right, so let me go ahead and put up my fair use banner. Shout out to the 417 in the building. Please thumbs up, because we're working our ass off. Okay, and I don't even feel good. I kind of got a tension headache, girl, because I've been so busy. I ain't really sleep that well. So, girl, we're working, honey. So show a nigga some love over on Miss Cash App and PayPal if you appreciate the gang, baby. All right, let me go ahead and share this up, honey. Okay, hold on. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some pictures, girl, because I'm not playing no visual, honey. No, ma'am. All right, we starting with Miss Rickey. Let's go ahead and run it.
You stole the show. You stole the show in Friday after next. Yeah. How was that experience? Why we go through this, man? Our brothers. I believe we related, but go ahead. You were originally supposed to play Cat Williams' character. Yes. And Cat Williams was supposed to play my character. And somebody said, no, we want you to play Mike, the thieving-ass Santa Claus. Right, and then, yeah, because Cat Williams was going to be the Santa Claus. Right. And then, and they switched it over. Right. Because when I auditioned for Mighty Mike. Right. So when I went in there to audition, I'm at the toilet. When Cat Williams went to use the bathroom, that's the line I had to use to audition. So they switched it up. So I'm like, yeah, I can do this Santa Claus role Friday, but I didn't know that, because I did my role like in 4 days. Right. They shot all my stuff in 4 days. I went back to Birmingham, came back out because they changed the ending. Did you know that? Right. No, I didn't. No, you know the ending, where they got the fighting or whatever. The ending was me Santa Claus giving out presents to his kids. Right. So the test audience didn't like the way it ended, so they changed the ending. Right. So I had to come back. The scariest thing was laying down in front of that limousine. Right. And while that limousine peeled off, the Santa Claus got with the clothesline. Right. We were laying on the ground, and I see maggots in the dirt. Okay, I'm fast forwarding through this, girl, because we're trying to get to the meat. When you did you freestyle any lines? Because you like that. Mostly all of them. Over each other. Everybody just stopped talking over each other. I've been doing that since he's been doing it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys do the grit. Like when I go on stage and do the grit. I'm not finna do the prep. I'm not finna be situation where I can get in, shoot, do what I have to do. Right. But sitting in a trailer all day, every day, it don't mix with ADHD. Right. Like, liberty, liberty, liberty. This man here, we just won't give it up, huh? No, because the place you play football at.
Okay, all right. So it's somewhere up in her, girl. All right. So you guys just heard not Cat Williams, girl. Rickey Smiley talk about how the script got changed a few times, the ending of Next Friday got changed, etc. He goes into massive detail about the fact that he came in and auditioned. Okay, initially for Money Mike, which was at the request of Ice Cube himself, and that he had read for this role like 2 or 3 times, and then at the last minute things were switched out, etc., and he ended up playing the crackhead Santa Claus. He also spoke about the original write-up for Money Mike was not very different, but it was different from the version of Money Mike that Cat Williams ended up creating, that ultimately ended up being implemented into the movie as well. Okay, that was just a little like movie insider situation, etc. Girl, I really don't think that Rickey Smiley meant anything by it, and it was Shannon Sharpe who brought up the fact that he actually was the one who was supposed to play Money Mike in Next Friday. So he just goes into the backstory about how that ended up not being the case. All right, now what happened from there was Cat Williams jumped in and responded. So I want you guys to check this out.
And you said out that, you let Rickey Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday after next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Cat Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike, and Cat Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now let's 3 quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Rickey Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let a athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Rickey Smiley can't act because Rickey Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was...
Sir, no one... Why no... He was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and he... What? So Rickey Smiley knows this. I don't know why liars lie, but I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days?
Okay, so I'm gonna pause it right there and say just a few things. There's some issues here. So you just heard Cat Williams say, oh, so Rickey Smiley was going to beat up Terry Crews, who played, the big burly ex-con who was attempting to snatch that bussy from Cat Williams in the restroom, right? Here's the gag. If we're talking about a weight class, it don't look like you can contend in a WWE match against Terry Crews, big blockhead ass, any more than Rickey Smiley can contend against it. Nigga, you like 3'2", the damn height of Lil Kim, bitch. We might as well call you Lil Cat, as far as I'm concerned. So, you know, clearly, I don't know whether Cat Williams suffers from a big man complex like a lot of short ass niggas do. Okay? But you don't look any more capable of giving Terry Crews that damn work than Rickey Smiley does. Then he was going into the dimensions of the character, like, you know, was it going to make sense for, you know, him to play Santa Claus at, you know, 5'0", ... But here's the thing, next Friday is a comedy. So you trying to like size these characters up and make them like to some realistic proportions doesn't make sense. The film is a comedy. It's a satire film. It's meant to be exaggerative. Nothing is meant to make damn sense. That's why Santa Claus is a black man. Santa Claus is a nigga to begin with. So, like, Cat Williams was adding like all this extra-ish, taking the whole thing out of its context in order for him to, you know, to light Rickey Smiley ass up. And then you just heard him say, so you telling me that out of all 300 struggling ass comedians who were fighting for this role that you had time to blah, blah, blah. He must have forgot the part where Rickey Smiley already had a relationship to Ice Cube, unlike himself. From the Def Comedy Jam days, etc. They already had a relationship. Rickey Smiley got word about this movie way before Cat Williams got word of it because Rickey already had proximity to Ice Cube to begin with. So yeah, he was going to have time to cultivate and interpret this character that wasn't even written completely in the fashion in which Cat Williams ended up portraying Money Mike at the time at that. So it's lacking some nuance, and Cat Williams seems to be just a bit ignorant on the facts, because I have to agree with my baby mother Really B. Both what Rickey Smiley is saying and what Cat Williams is saying, both things can be true because it's just a perspective situation. Cat Williams clearly don't know every fucking thing that was told to Rickey Smiley. He was not a part of those phone calls, those interactions, and not a part of Rickey's life in any way that allowed him to know what this looked like and what was said, brought to, communicated to Rickey Smiley. It's simply a perspective issue. But we know that this is much deeper than Money Mike. And Cat is going to go into that. And what he goes into is what I can believe. Let's continue to listen.
The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom. And that's what Rickey Smiley was okay with. Cat Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny. as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Rickey Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Cat Williams wrote. So what Rickey Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was, Cat Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steven Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then. He was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Rickey Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Rickey Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Cat?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie. So that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Now that's where Cat gets into the real tea. The crux of his issue ain't even Money Mike. But he's using the Money Mike to get his one-up and his rocks off. What he's really upset about and what his issue with Rickey really is that allegedly Rickey was going all around the set of next Friday hooting and hollering about how he was supposed to play Money Mike and this is his role and he was supposed to do this and was feeling entitled and throwing shots at Cat, etc. And however that was, because Cat never says he heard this for himself, really. So this seems to be something that was communicated to him, especially considering that I don't think Rickey's character and Cat's character ever even came into the same scenario together. So it really wouldn't have been a reason for them to be on set the same day. Rickey said he shot all of his shit in 4 days. So this seemed to be something that was communicated to Rickey. To Cat Williams. And this made Cat feel away. So then fast forward, he's under the impression that Rickey was pressed about the role, talking shit, throwing shots, doing all this on set. Now Rickey does this interview and gets into the backstory of Money Mike, and Cat already has this grievance against Rickey from all the shit talking he apparently was doing way back when in the early 2000s. And now he feels as though Rickey is bringing this up because this is another personification of Rickey as being bitter, being pressed over the fact that he didn't get the role. The best man won, which was Cat Williams, and now it's also acted as the final straw. Okay, this is his interpretation. He's, because of what was told to him back on set, which angered him, and rightfully so. We all know what it feels like to be newcomers. We all know what it feels like to be getting shit from the mud up, and then some motherfucker who feel like they've been around for ages feels entitled to first dibs on everything. You properly and rightfully so earn Employee of the Month, not by fucking your way to the top, not by trying to be shiesty, but simply by being good at what you do behind that cash register. And then the person who done been there for the past 2 years is in the background, behind your back, talking shit about how they deserve Employee of the Month. and they ... We all know what that feels like. So Cat feeling away. This interview happens. He's like, oh, this nigga still pressed. This nigga still hating. Now, this is a perception issue. There ain't been, because just like Cat saying, oh, Ricky don't, like, he ain't provided no receipts that he was supposed to play Money Mike. Here's the receipt. Rickey Smiley would have never been bold enough to sit down with Shannon Sharp, who has 1.7 million authentic subscribers to his page, and inserted Ice Cube's name, who we know is the founding father and the mascot for Friday, writer, creator, producer, etc., director, without knowing that obviously if what he was saying wasn't true, considering that the interview was going to do millions of runs and go viral, that it would not have put Ice Cube in a position to be like, what the fuck is Rickey Smiley talking about? Have we heard Ice Cube debunking what Rickey Smiley put out 10 months ago in his interview? No, we have not. Ice Cube has not debunked, has not called out Rickey Smiley for being a liar, has not refuted anything that Ricky said about the way things took place regarding next Friday. And this interview here with Rickey Smiley and Shannon is almost a year old. So that is the proof. Now, since he the one talking about proof, did Cat Williams provide any damn proof that Ricky was talking shit about him? No. Did Cat Williams provide or call anybody on the line while he was sitting right there on Shannon Sharp's set and call anybody who could corroborate that Rickey Smiley was carrying on like a mad church bitch on the set of next Friday, pressed, mad as hell, going the fuck off, throwing shots, dragging his ass? No, Cat Williams did not provide a single lick of receipts. So as far as I'm concerned, he's in the same predicament to be burdened with proving his plight as he's saying Ricky is in regarding his plight. And that's the thing. Ice Cube ain't gonna say nothing because this ain't even got shit to do with him, because at the end of the day, both of y'all took the check, both of y'all played y'all positions. What the fuck is the problem? Why is there even contention over a fucking role? Cat got the role he wanted. Ricky took the role he was ultimately offered. Both are iconic characters. I believe the Ice Cube gonna stay out of the group chat. Y'all ain't gonna bring me into this, even if he hypothetically had two different conversations. He doesn't have a fault in that. He's the director. If he had a role in casting the talent, he had the right to change roles. He had the right to put Ricky over here, put it over there. As Ricky said, the script was fucking rewritten 12,000 times. There was supposed to be a RAPE scene, according to Cat Williams. According to Ricky, he was supposed to play Money Mike. So this thing was revised, remixed, etc., turned all the way around until its final production. And even after films are even shot and all scenes have been concluded, directors, producers, and writers will still go in and make edits all the way up till the final premiere of the final product. They will work on, edit on. This happened with Dark Phoenix. This has happened with so many Marvel movies. These things get worked on all the way up to the end. But what we do know is that Ice Cube ass ain't got his ass out here and debunked the goddamn thing that Ricky said. And this interview is 10 months old.
He's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it.
We don't give a damn that he did do the thing. Nobody's taking anything away from Cat Williams' role. So y'all need to listen and listen well. Because it's Cat who pressed. None of us ain't pressed. He the one pressed. Ain't none of us complained about next Friday. Ain't none of us complained about the characters. So we good on the characters. The characters ain't being protested. It worked out how it was supposed to work out in the grand scheme of things. Ricky was just answering the question, providing his perspective, and Cat is responding, providing his perspective, but from a vibration of passivity, because he already has a fundamental issue with Ricky anyway, which ain't really so much the money mic. That just inflamed the issue, but the issue being, nigga, you were trying to drag me up out of my spot and talking shit and throwing your seniority and your privilege and your proximity to Cube and your eldership around, trying to get your way, my nigga. And I'm an up-and-coming talent who is a runaway at 13 years of age, out here getting it from the mud, stealing out of Best Buy and pawn shops and shit to make ends meet, living in Miami, Florida, with a rough-ass religious upbringing with no core family around me, using my God-given talent and love for comedy, and here your black ass go, talking your shit about a role that I honestly earned. So press reasonably.
They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Rickey Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America...
What Cat Williams doesn't understand and what he's leaving out is you did that after the fact. So, of course, you did those things. You was up for the role. What else was you supposed to do auditioning for the character? That's what actors do going up for roles and auditions. You sell yourself. You sell the character. You make it your own. Like he's talking about like something that he's trying to make it seem like somehow that has anything to do with anything, and it has nothing to do with nothing. Why would you not come up with your own bravado and animation and charisma and your why would you not have done that? That's protocol. Like, what the fuck? That don't have nothing to do with nothing. You were doing what the fuck you were supposed to be doing going up for a role. I'm trying to understand. I still don't understand what that got to do with Rickey Smiley. And what Rickey Smiley is saying about the fact that he wanted Money Mike. He was offered Money Mike by Ice Cube. He read for the script 3 different times. At the last minute, it was shifted. That was it. That was motherfucking all. All these details that have no correlation, no matter how well Cat Williams is in articulating unnecessary, unrelated ass information. It still has no relationship. I don't give a damn how great Cat Williams is of a storyteller. I don't give a damn how animated he is and what he's saying. There is no fucking correlation to what he's talking about. This is just extra salt on a pickle.
Be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told him to go get the Prowler. I then told him to paint it purple. I told him don't have an actor at playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own.
Now, see, this is where a lot of unemotional, intelligent ass motherfuckers is gonna get lost in the sauce, like Cat Williams is. You can hear him. He's literally projecting at this point. He's trying to make the fact that this role went to Rickey Smiley first about some insidious plot from Rickey Smiley to be pump faking this narrative about Money Mike just to spite him. What this tells me about Cat Williams is that Cat Williams got some wounds and some insecurities if he feels he has to defend a character that he has already helped to make history. The character speaks for it fucking self. I'm so glad Beyonce don't do none of this shit. Shout out to Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce, for just, girl, being a lady and just letting your work speak for yourself, girl, because you have single-handedly shown us that it is not necessary to clear a goddamn thing up, okay? What's understood don't need no motherfucking understanding. Okay? So shout out to Beyonce, girl, because Cat Williams is having a total trauma-induced moment right now because of his unresolved issues with Ricky that have nothing to do with Money Mike. Money Mike is just, once again, the catalyst to go into the issue and the feelings and the things he's told himself about Ricky. And what he never says in any of this interview is a conversation at any point to even clarify if the things that he was told that Ricky was saying on set after Ricky was placed in the crackhead Santa Claus suit were even true. Just have allowed oneself to build a narrative off of he say, she say, which is compounded by one's own childhood trauma and insecurity in a game that Cat Williams still feels he has not been able to play successfully because certain people have gate-kept him from rising to his fullest potential. And he's making all of that Rickey Smiley's issue. He's making Rickey Smiley the entire blame for whatever has not happened for him. I'm sorry, as somebody who has to listen to a bunch of broken, raggedy motherfuckers every goddamn day and help people to fix their damn life and unpack their shit, Cat Williams is literally winging his issue with Rickey Smiley and doesn't even realize because he's so lost in the rabbit hole of his bullshit how he can't even hear that he's telling on himself in this entire interview. You never even addressed this man about all the shit you was told he was saying. You never even gave him an opportunity to clear anything the fuck up. He's not even going in on your ass in the Shannon Sharpe interview. He's just simply responding to a goddamn question about the fucking facts. And he was bold enough to talk about the way things played out because his story gonna be the same as Ice Cube's story. Because he knew as soon as he dropped Ice Cube's name that Ice Cube has the wherewithal to corroborate those events or to call him out for being a fucking liar. So it ain't giving me that Ricky is lying about his side. And I'm not going to take anything away from Cat on this. Because here's the thing with taking bones from bone carriers about shit. Is it can be true that Rickey Smiley was around the set talking shit. But what also can be true is that he was talking shit in good humor. He was just doing what niggas do. He was just talking shit lightheartedly. Like, yeah, these motherfuckers got me playing this goddamn crackhead role. And some nosy, low vibrational, raggedy group of bitches who had proximity to all that joking, to all that shit that Rickey Smiley may have in fact been saying, but saying from a sense of lightheartedness, took that shit back to oppressed, highly sensitive ass Cat Williams, who does have as much estrogen as he has testosterone. And because he was already feeling like a little fish in a big pond, it seems like this is a narrative he wanted to believe. Because when people do not confront you about what other people told them, it's because that person wants to believe that narrative for whatever reason. Maybe it validates them on some level. Maybe it boosts their ego to feel like, yeah, I got this experience, motherfucker pressed. I got his ass shook. You know, we are rewarded for the narratives in our head. There's something we benefit from when it comes to the things we're willing to believe. They serve us in some way, shape, or form. So I'm not going to take away from the fact that maybe Rickey Smiley was talking shit, but he may not have been talking shit maliciously. That just might have been jargon, joking on set that that Rickey Smiley was doing, and then somebody else may have took that back and put their own spin and narrative on it, coupled with whatever the fuck Cat Williams' issues were already, where his insecurities and his sense of self was at that time, and 1 + 1 equal kaboom.
Aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
but
no
I didn't
one's
know it
ever
was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of.
I just want to know why Cat Williams assumes that Rickey Smiley's part cannot be true. I don't like it. Says it's not something that can't be true. It's not fucking unheard of for roles to go from one bitch to another. It's not unheard of even in the music industry for songs written for Mary J. Blige to go from J-Lo, songs written for J-Lo to go to Shakira. Like, this is not unheard of. This is a creative industry. So things are always changing in the moment. He wants so bad to believe that Rickey is just diabolical and has this deep-rooted diabolical intention toward. It's like, baby, you're not even considering the reality that this is just his truth. This is your truth. Neither one of y'all are wrong. Y'all just had two different experiences with whomever the both of you were communicating with about said script. And nobody ever thought to make sure that you two had an understanding about what was told privately or independently to one another, because it wasn't unnecessary. The producers did not have an obligation to make sure that you understood that the role went to it. Why does that matter? Do you want the fucking Money Mike role? Yes. All right, you got it. We don't need to go into the minutia, as my boy YB Entertainment Speaks would say. That wasn't information that was necessary for you to be afforded to. There are jobs, roles to play and to do. You either want them or you don't. Nobody's going to sit your ass down and talk to you about everything that got told to another motherfucker about their place in the company and the role they're supposed to play and what they're supposed to be doing and the tasks that are delegated to them from their fucking cubicle. Clearly, Cat Williams is pressed about something much deeper than Money Mike, which all we can extract from is the fact that he really feels the way about the fact that he thinks this man was dragging his ass around town on set.
Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie, and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. And, like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Cat. Normally, when people will give you information.
And guess what, a wild card who said that I did notice in all the responses to Cat, not one of them, because there's no reason to, because you know why some of them didn't have to call Cat a liar? Because they're the emotional, intelligent ones who are emotionally and mentally mature enough to know that I don't have to call you a liar because what you are saying could be true. But just because what you're saying could be true doesn't mean that the rest of us default the line. So there is no reason to call Cat a liar, because if Rickey Smiley had any damn sense, he knows what I knows, which is that hell, he was told whatever the hell he was told. He was offered whatever the hell he was offered. I'm simply talking about what the fuck I was offered. Those two things are not mutually exclusive. So it's no reason for Rickey to be calling out Cat as a liar, because that can be Cat's personal truth. Rickey already admitted in his interview that scripts change. So he understands the game. He understands that shit changed. He understands why the fuck nobody informed Cat about who had the original role, because once again, it wasn't fucking necessary. What the fuck does anybody need to disclose to Cat Williams that the role went to several other people prior? It went to Cat. Like, that's not necessary. If you needed a plumber right now, and you were to book a plumber to come into your house and to fix your raggedy shit, and then a plumber got their ass there to do their job as a plumber, are you telling me you're going to sit down with the plumber and say, yeah, I called several other plumbing agencies, and I had talked to a Ricky, a Ricardo, a Romero, a Rochelle, and a Rhonda as well, but I decided for whatever reason to make you the man. No, it's not, bitch, fix my shit. So once again, Rickey ain't gotta call him no liar. What you're saying, bro, can be true. What you're saying can be true. Why did he call you a liar for? I'm just telling you my fucking truth. You got your truth, I got my goddamn truth. Bada bing, bada boom.
I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time, and they're giving information.
Cat Williams the only one who has decided that the only person who could be telling the truth is him. He has made an executive decision that only the information he is afforded can be the only information that's there. That could be the only way things went. That is the be-all to the end-all to the be-all. Cat Williams decided that, which is why his ass is pressed, dazzled, and goddamn dizzied, drunker than Dakota Brown in front of Shannon Sharp about statements made eons ago.
No one else knows or have ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
This is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about.
Now here it is. We gonna get into those things too. But this is what I want to be clear that Cat is doing. Cat is speaking from his perspective about Rickey, and it sounds like nobody told him and afforded him all the information before he decided that what he was saying was everything there is to say. Now he's going to conflate and run that right into his issues with Steve Harvey, and he's going to make Rickey Smiley a part of that crew that stole jokes, that crew that has terrible character and character ethics and morals because of what he believes to be true in his heart. And now he's going to combine all of that together, which is an issue. Now, we're going to pause right there because Rickey Smiley responded to Cat Williams. Let's listen to Rickey.
Are your keys, Dad?
Okay, we got an old nasty piece of commercial, girl. Thumbs up the video until it is stopped. And yes, my commentary, girl, is not my attitude about things is not going to be the same as most people because I actually study emotional intelligence in my own therapy. I have had to cultivate emotional intelligence, etc. So there are just things that I'm going to see and that are going to be observable and critical to my eye that just may not be the case for most people who just live in their damn lives and can't even spell emotional intelligence, and people who just don't critically listen as well. But we're going to get into that because once again, I'm going to give Cat his shit, his roses, his avenge your damn self, honey. Tell all the actual truth and nothing but the truth. But he was bullshitting as well. But here's Rickey Smiley.
Tuning to Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let's just get into this. The whole internet going crazy. Comments that Cat Williams made. Whatever. I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but the only thing I can speak for is myself. Cat made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET. And that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey, man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, with, of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next. And
now listen very closely for all my non-listening ninjas in the bike.
Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. Was Money Mike, and I guess the producers, Cube, and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like
just a guy who was hanging around in the strip mall who was just kind of being annoying and almost like a crackhead type of character. That was
right. Have executed that role like that, and I'm right. So I guess when Cat Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're going to be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history. Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie about that. As a matter of fact, my manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who is still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta. We got him on the phone just to clarify. Gary Abdo, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How are you, my friend?
Okay. Now remember. Oh, and I got a Ludacriss a response. We're going to be playing a Ludacriss response as well. Cat asks for receipts. Ricky is providing said receipts. Cat has yet to provide any.
Man, just for clarification, you know, you was my manager at the time. We went to LA together for the audition. Cube wanted to see us. What is your version?
Yeah, well, you know, we're old, and that was 23 years ago. So, you know, our memories are what our memories are. You went out, you auditioned, they wanted you to play Money Mike. That was the sides that they had sent. The sides are the portion of the script for the part they want you to play. Those were the sides they sent. That was the audition you did. They said, great, we want you to play this role. My recollection is you had to go back and read for the execs from the studio one final time. And the night before...
Everybody hold your horses, because we're going to get into everything he said about Steve, Cedric, Luda, the whole nine. We're going to get into all that.
We got different sides, and they said, no, we want you to play this role. And we didn't understand it. You know, we really were under the impression, well, you had the role as Money Mike, but then all of a sudden they switched it up. Now we understand why. Cat came in, blew them away. He's an incredible performer. That was probably one of the most iconic breakout parts in movie history. I mean, that was literally Cat's first movie. You know, Friday was not Chris Tucker's first movie. Next Friday was not Mike Epps' first movie. For that to have been Cat Williams' first movie, and he exploded. I mean, that literally made him an iconic touring comedian, one of the biggest to do it in this generation. And, you know, the rest, as they say, was history. But, yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, you were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role, and then that switched up overnight.
And I'm glad I ended up being a Santa Claus, because that role was iconic and not as funny as his. I like the pimp. I personally like the pimp better, but the Santa Claus role was just perfect for me at the time. I was.
Shea Butter says that Luda's response wasn't necessary. Anytime another nigga goes in on your wife who has nothing to do with nothing and goes in on her disrespectfully, at that, inserts her unnecessarily, goes in on her unnecessarily, any well-to-do husband is going to check another nigga about what he said about his woman publicly, because Cat meant it in all due disrespect.
Skinny and could run fast, so
and you could squeeze over that gate. So yeah, that was the.
Oh, okay. Shay says, I mean his rap. Not you dragging the rap. I hope Luda did not. That's kind of corny. I hope Luda did not do a acapella acoustic diss record to Cat. That's real corny, Luda. I hope that ain't what you did, because I'm about to experience secondhand embarrassment for you, even if it's Slade. Even if it's Slade, that's real whole lot of kind of corny. But I guess if Cat Williams around here whipping 15-year-old asses, Luda damn sure know he'll whoop his ass.
To clarify that, and then there was no contract ever that in agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins. That's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans.
Okay, so he's also, y'all can go and listen to everything for yourself. He's also debunking this bullshit that Cat Williams said about him playing Bernice Jenkins per Cat Williams' clause in his contract that if him and Ricky are to ever do a movie together, that Ricky has to be in a dress. Because as you heard Cat say, Ricky makes for a better woman than he does an actual man. Shots fired! Now, I got some comments about that too. So, Ricky, Cat both played in First Sunday, which came after the Next Friday role, because he claimed that Ricky and Tyler make for better women and, you know, can't play a straight passing man to save their damn soul salvation. Girl, they did not have to put Ricky damn Smiley in a dress via your amateur ass contract demands, because as he just said, he had already been in a damn dress since the early 2000s when he invented the character. And Ricky and Bernice Jenkins would have both been a damn fool to even turn down the coin and the opportunity, even if what Cat Williams said to be true, which it was not, because, baby, run me my coin and my gig, even if it is per this hater's request, bitch. Now, Cat gotta be one narcissistic ass maniac to believe that directors and networks, along with Rickey Smiley, were gonna oblige his request when he was at the time the unknown comedian with a few short-lived gigs in Hollywood, to name, while Ricky was a far more established comedian than him. Ricky, once again, was in a damn dress because that dress had been getting him paid eons before Cat and his damn sideburns ever hit the scene, and was already Ricky's claim to fame. It would seem to me that Cat put that clause in his contract because he knew damn well Ricky was going to play Bernice for years on end, despite, and knew that if there was any future opportunity for him and Ricky to be on the same set, that he would want it to appear that he himself had something to do with Ricky's decision to be in a dress that he was already motherfucking in. And once again, Cat got some damn nerve talking about the receipts that everybody else need to produce, but he still has yet to produce any receipt. He ain't brought now one bitch up here to corroborate the fact that Rickey Smiley was dragging his ass for 4 days on the set of Next Friday, and he did not produce any receipts of said contract where he had a clause in there regarding Rickey Smiley needing to be in a damn dress. Now, here's the whole gag, and what my issue is in part with Cat Williams is that how the fuck you gonna claim all these black comedians allowed their hoes to be thrashed and dashed and emasculated at the hands of the white BOULE in the industry, but you also gonna admit in the same fucking breath that you played into helping to force and subject these black men like Rickey Smiley to being emasculated by demanding that he be in a damn dress if he was to ever work with you. Like, get the fuck out of here with the talking out of both sides of your fucking neck. It's okay if you believe that Ricky thought he was better than you and talking shit about you to leverage his desire to play Money Mike, but all the other shit that Cat is putting on the issue is just bravado and adding extra stank to shit for sensationalism, because this was an opportunity for him to get his goddamn lick back, which is fine. If you feel someone done wronged you, hoodwinked, bamboozled you, but you don't have to lie. The truth is simply enough. So, once again, it can be true that Ricky was talking shit on set, but it can also be argued that he was talking shit just being playful and funny about the fact that he was gagging himself over choosing to play a fucking crackhead. I'm sure that Chris Rock was gagging himself playing the damn crackhead. I mean, these are fucking comedians. They talk shit for a living. They crack jokes. That's what the fuck they do. For someone who's a comedian, Cat Williams is mighty fucking sensitive. Just like his hairline, girl. Like, that self-esteem is real thin. For somebody who is in the business of roasting, gagging, having an incredible sense of humor, a bitch is mighty motherfucking sweaty in the hot seat. A motherfucker is mighty oiled the hell up. Bitch, you ain't have nothing to do with Ricky playing Bernice Jenkins and First Sunday. That clearly, as Ricky just said, purely his goddamn decision, and then per request the goddamn directors who was a fan of Bernice, who was at that time the Medea to the black community. Because Bernice Jenkins was our first Medea. And a damn good one at that. It was already a developed character that had become popular amongst the black community. So I'm trying to make it make sense. How is a nigga dragging other black comedians for allegedly giving up their virgin hoes for roles, gonna at the same time talk about how he also practiced emasculating black men by forcing them to be in dresses per his contract clause. And see, nobody is critically listening enough to call Cat Williams on his bullshit because everybody is just so gaslit by the allegations he's making and the fact that, let's be very fucking clear here. Let's be very fucking clear here. Cat Williams is good at what he's doing because he's the male version of Jaguar Wright. He takes a little bit of truth and then he adds all this other shit in it, and it's only being said because of his personal unresolved issues and coupled with maybe some actual legit contention that existed. But it's overwhelmed by his own emotional immaturity, and we're going to get into that too. So I stand in agreement with my baby mother, Really Be TV, baby, who was like, yes, there are some legit claims here that Cat is saying, especially about everybody else. This shit with Ricky, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to give it to Ricky for the win as it relates to Cat. I'm going to give it to Team Ricky as it relates to this Money Mike dilemma and drama. Cat Williams has dropped the ball on his emotional intelligence. He's taken secondhand information, created an entire grievance against this fucking man for 20 fucking years, and then was gaslit by this man simply talking about his truth and the role he played as it relates to next Friday. I'm going to have to give it to Ricky on this one. Now, Steve Harvey. Let's move on down the motherfucking docket, bitch. Steve, big mustache ass Harvey, girl. Okay? The nigga who Cat Williams alleged lied about being homeless. Also has stole jokes. We know that Steve Harvey also lied about putting Shirley Strawberry Caesar III with a pedo, animal cruelty, bestiality ass Ernesto Williams, because she had done fucked around and actually shared how she actually met her nigga, which was outside of the parameters and the guidance and the tutelage and the suggestion of Mr. Steve Big Mustache Harvey, girl. She met Ernesto at a chance encounter about attending some event with her damn girlfriend. And upon them about to leave the damn event, Ernesto came over with his damn down low ass energy, girl, and swept her desperate 67-year-old ass off her goddamn feet and then ruined her damn life accordingly. And here it is, you got Steve Harvey talking about he put them together. He married them. He smushed and smashed them together. They're lying and lying and lying. See, this is what I'm going to give Cat Williams his roses at, okay? Because, bitch, I can believe everything his ass saying about Steve Harvey, bitch. Steve Harvey is a coon, shoe shining, tap goddamn dancer, bitch, and he done been caught in several goddamn lies. And the reason why Cat Williams is saying that the motherfucking hijacked his, see, this one I'm about to pull on his what's left of Cat Williams' perm, girl, because see, Cat Williams, if he would just call it down the middle without doing the most, I could really wholeheartedly get behind him, but he do too much pussy popping. And then it forces my righteous brain to deal with the facts versus the fool-la-la. And if he would just let go of adding and sprinkling in the fool-la-la and just stick to the facts, oh, for me, this could have been so much better for almost 3 hours. Because the real reason Cat Williams is saying that Steve Harvey lied about his origin stories and that Steve was never, ever homeless isn't because, according to Cat, he's just hijacking Cat Williams' origin story. But Steve Harvey's first wife aired Steve Harvey ass out and claimed that Steve Harvey ass was lying about being homeless and sleeping in his goddamn car, etc. The problem with Cat is that he wants to be the center of all these niggas' attention because he is a narcissist, and narcissists can also be done wrong as well. But the problem with being a narcissist and trying to hold other people accountable is that the condition, the personality B type known as narcissism, and in this case, it is overt narcissism, is also going to frame things in a way that's not totally disingenuous. I mean, that's not totally genuine because the narcissism complex has to once again draw it all the way back unto themselves. Okay, he wants so bad to believe that Ricky is after him and is lying about this role that Ricky can get not only his manager, as you heard him bring into the call, but that Ice Cube himself can corroborate, who has not once again debunked anything that he said. And this is an interview that took place almost a fucking year ago. Just tell the truth, baby. Now, speaking of Steve Harvey, still in jokes allegedly, let's listen to a resurfaced clip courtesy of the Jasmine brand where Mark Curry explains how Steve Harvey stole his material. All right, let's listen to Mark Curry. Am I going to share this? Yeah, let me share this visually.
Thank you. So what's up with you and Steve, man? Ain't nothing with me. Well, Steve stole my material on his show, so I had a beef on that. On what show? When he was on his the bullshit talk show he had, and he did all my Halloween material one Halloween. I'm watching that. Somebody called me and said, "Man, homeboy doing your material." So he did my whole Halloween run. And I know he didn't think of it. And this is true stuff that really happened to me. And so my thing is, you didn't have to do that, homeboy. So, motherfucker, you made enough money, bitch ass. You made enough money. You did enough. You know what? why are you on my material? Right. You know, what's that about? You know, and then, you know, people want to jump up. Oh, he didn't know. He didn't steal your. So, yes, he did. Yeah. I mean, you know, so, you know, and so that there's no need to, no one else has did that.
So this was on his talk show. Which talk was his TV talk show?
His TV talk show.
Okay, this was the one he had on NBC just recently.
Whatever, yeah. The one that, damn, who took his show from him?
Kelly Clarkson.
How can Kelly Clarkson take your show, homie?
Hey, bro.
Damn.
You know, so
you got your show took by Kelly Clarkson?
You know what's crazy? I met my fiance on Steve's show, on Steve Harvey's talk show. So that's another story. But I want to get back to that because I think that is the most lewd thing a comic can do.
Yeah, to me, I step to you.
Right?
I'm going to step to you.
You ever step to him?
Yeah, step to him.
What'd you say to him?
Yeah, tell us about that.
Ask him.
Okay, I will, but
was that the first time that had ever happened to you?
No.
No, okay. What irritated you so much about Steve doing it then?
Because he made it. He's there. He's on national TV. You paid. You did your thing. You try to either you fucking with me or you disrespecting me or you know I don't understand that. You taking food out of my money, you know, you taking whatever. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't. That's plagiarism.
Right.
Wow.
So I mean, so we got you here. Steve ain't here. I'll ask Steve later. What'd you say to him when you stepped in?
Actually.
Okay.
Actually.
What was it? You guys worked things out? Was it still?
No, I saw him at the Def Jam 25.
Oh, Def Jam. Okay.
So when I see you,
okay. So tell me about
never said thank you.
So what's up with you and Steve, man?
Okay. All right. So, girl, there's the receipts to corroborate what Kat is saying about Steve as stealing jokes, allegedly lying. Now, here's the thing about Steve allegedly lying about being damn homeless, girl. I don't know whether Steve is homeless or not. The person calling him a liar, his ex-wife, is a disgruntled ass ex. I mean, so I don't know how much credibility she's supposed to get. And the issue when you got a bunch of bullshitters in a situation is that it's really hard to really extract the actual facts because you got so many agendas and bullshitters in the equation to unpack. So I don't know if his ex was throwing him under the bus because that's just what a disgruntled ass ex does. I don't think that Cat Williams is such an inspiration to these men, especially not at the time that he came into the game, that folk had to be stealing his goddamn origin story. He is hardly not the only fucking black man that's ever been goddamn homeless. The fact that Steve Harvey has been honest about having financial issues, filing bankruptcy, losing all his damn money, etc. I cannot act like it is impossible for Steve Harvey to have at some point experienced some type of displacement, some type of being displaced from his housing, etc., or being fucking homeless. Like, that's not above reason that a fucking black man ended up on fucking hard times. I mean, hell, aren't we here talking about the disproportion of wealth and resources and equity and fucking money as it relates to being black and fucking brown? Now all of a sudden it's so hard to believe that a fucking black man experienced bouts of L's and took his fair share of fucking L's in his life. No, that's not fucking unreasonable. It's also possible that the bitch could be lying too. I don't fucking know. All right. But what I do know is that Cat Williams wants to associate Steve claiming he was homeless to somehow copying and pasting his truth onto himself. Okay. So, but that's what I'm saying. Somebody lying about a lot of things don't mean that they're lying about everything. I know fucking liars who tell the truth some goddamn time. That's oftentimes how actually the best liars are people who tell the truth sometimes. Now, how the hell are they supposed to prove that this man was never fucking homeless? That's not even something that is provable. Just like nobody can't prove that you never had to sleep on the couch. Nobody can't prove that you ain't never had to go back and live with your mama at some point in time. Nobody can't prove that you ain't never had to borrow money to pay a light bill, to get food in your refrigerator, etc. What I'm saying is that as a black and brown motherfucking person, Steve wasn't born with a silver spoon in his goddamn mouth. He had to get it from the mud up as well. It's not above me to either accept that he was homeless. That can be a reality. And I don't, and honestly, I find it quite petty that Cat and the ex-bitch is that pressed over this stupid ass detail, because the hate for, I don't like Steve Harvey my damn self. I think he's ancient. I think his politics are trash. I can't stand that old school shit and all of that. But the fact that they even have to press on this man not being homeless or living in his car at some point in time is a cackle to me. That's like an actual thing that they are like passionate about, making sure that everybody understands that this fucking man was never, ever, ever homeless. When Steve already said that you can go and dox some girl and see that he has had financial issues, girl. That he done had, you know, his ins and outs, girl. He done been there and done that broke ass shit. He done had it, left it, abandoned it, fucked it up, had it again, etc. The merry-go-round done went round and round and damn round. But either way, I don't give a damn about whether Steve ass was homeless or not. It's unprovable if he ever had to sleep in his goddamn car. However, him sending these goddamn comedians jokes, those are things that can have receipts for them. And this is where I'm going to give Cat Williams his win up, is that he is having his plight against Steve being a thief and a fucking liar corroborated by other fucking comedians who have seen their work repurposed and hijacked by Big Mustache. Now, let's get back to Steve, because he made the same claims about Cedric The Entertainer as well. His gripe with Cedric ass is that Cedric also stole one of his successful jokes that was used in a BET pilot, etc., and that Cedric went on to utilize this joke in his tours. He only changed out one detail, which was Cat Williams' car, and turned the car into a spaceship. And that was the only detail that was changed. And Cedric, just like Steve, stole his shit, never gave him his credit for his shit, and that he would have punched Cedric fat ass in his goddamn fupa had he had the goddamn chance to. Okay? Now, the internet, once again, is undefeated. So folk are pulling up receipts, etc. And it's looking like Cat gonna be able to get his win as well in his plight against Cedric The Entertainer. Okay? That these motherfuckers were playing dirty. Just like Armand Wiggums. Okay? The bitch who got teeth in all caps, girl. Teeth from Timu, girl. Okay? Who try to suppress smaller content creators, take their content, don't fucking credit them, cut them out of their own fucking interviews. You know, we see the bald-headed whole shit that these power bottoms on the internet, you know, perpetuate against other influencers. So we know this is going on at the highest of goddamn levels, all right? People in their work are oftentimes stolen from them, especially if you are a smaller creator. And that would have been Cat Williams at this interim, who would have been relatively smaller than his peers, Cedric and Steve Harvey, etc. Now, he goes on to talk about this Illuminati Club girl. And this is where shit, and this is where I'm going to have to call all Cat girl, because at this point, girl, I'm probably just about to go completely in on goddamn Cat Williams, girl, because I could not take Cat Williams seriously, girl. Like, I just couldn't. So he goes on to talk about the Illuminati and how various people in the industry have played their role, and he's been invited to these tables and these parties and these conference calls, etc., and that you know, there is a gatekeeping society, which we all know is a thing. It's just that Cat Williams is lying about his proximity to said thing. It's just that Cat Williams is capping about the Illuminati role and presence in his journey as a comedian, girl. And I'm going to tell you why. And we're going to go into why, okay? Now, as a result of him talking about the secret society and this rich global elite in Hollywood that's gatekeeping and emasculating men, even though he's in the business himself via Bernie Rickey Smiley of emasculating black men himself, that Gary Owens, who is a pale comedian that he really respects, who has white privilege, who has not been able to make it as well. So he asked Shannon Sharp, why the fuck do you think this is? Why the fuck would a talented ass nigga a talented ass mayonnaise nigga like Gary Owens not have made it? And he already is ahead of the curve by having KKK privilege, girl. And it's because there is a bussy, popping, twisted, perverted ass BOULE sitting at the tip top of the pyramid, ripping niggas' bussy holes and putting them on their knees, okay, for millions of dollars in contracts and a future that is financially stable and a career that is going to be accolated the fuck up, that is going to be long and historical, girl. Well, he also made another jaw-dropping allegation against Harvey Weinstein. Matter of fact, hold on. Do I got a visual, bitch? Y'all know I like visuals, child. Hold on. Let me see here. Cat Williams and Harvey Weinstein. Thumbs up the video. Oh yeah, we got a picture. Hold on. I got an old nasty piece of visual. Hold on. Let me snatch this up out of her like the Illuminati tried to snatch Cat's cat from him. Okay, hold on. Let me insert this. All right, here it is on the screen, girl. Okay, the Harvey Weinstein tried to snatch his goddamn pussy. What's going on, Donnell Taylor? Right now, here's what I call all cap, okay? He claims that Harvey Weinstein offered to suck his peen, girl, his melanated pipe in a room full of Cat Williams peers. Now, here's why I'm calling cap, girl. Here's why I'm calling bullshit. I don't give a damn who disagree with it. Because, bitch, if y'all gonna let Cat Williams play in y'all face, that's y'all business, girl. If y'all gonna take everything Cat Williams said at face value, girl, and all of a sudden turn off y'all critical listening, critical thinking, and y'all fail to put 2 and 2 together, which is why we always got to come up here and put it together for y'all, that's on y'all. Okay? If y'all gonna let Cat Williams perform a little bit of bitchcraft on y'all by sprinkling some facts and some truth in there, and then being a creative storyteller and getting his Cat Williams right, his Jaguar Williams right on, girl, that's on y'all to fall for the okey, because a lot of y'all the same people who fell for the Jaguar right shit. All right? This man claimed that Harvey Weinstein offered to suck his peen in a room full of other adults. Now, here's my question, my one and only question, is why didn't Cat Williams, the so-called realist, punch that motherfucker in the back of the front of his motherfucking throat like he did that teenage black boy? Since he don't got no problem accumulating a goddamn arrest record. Since, according to his mug shots, he ain't got no problem standing on business and going to jail. You can put your hand on an underage black minor child, but a fucking grown-ass man who violated your ass on this level in front of everybody at that to add insult to injury. You didn't whoop his motherfucking ass, but you out here fighting women, harping on black fucking comedians who were offered jobs that your litigations wouldn't allow you to fulfill, and over roles that, quite frankly, nobody even gives a damn about at this point 20 years later. But this fucking pale man asked to suck your dick and tried your life in front of a room full of your niggas, and there ain't no goddamn incident report of you mollywopping the floor with his motherfucking ass. And we just hearing about this shit 2 decades later after he's been incarcerated and gone and put away and can't contest what the fuck you saying at that conveniently. You out here beating the hell out of Target employees and hopping on electric goddamn 3-wheeled scooters, taking police on a high-speed chase down I-95, though. Make it make sense. It would seem to me that Cat Williams, girl, you just as much of a sellout for putting these black comedians on blast for years, but your voice ain't been nearly as heavy and strong about these white execs who trying you and your peers creating the goddamn barrel that crabs like Cedric and Steve are living in and trying to goddamn survive. And you got more smoke for the goddamn crabs than you do the creators and the authors of the goddamn barrel itself. You ain't got no smoke for these white execs trying you and stopping you. And even you mentioned in the Club Shay Shay interview that like he breezed over it. Girl, he was so quick to want to get back to Cedric, girl. He was so quick, bitch, to want to get back to Luda, girl. He spent all of 4 seconds mentioning this one dramatic ass alleged encounter between him and Harvey, girl, just so that he could get back to keeping his foot on the puppets rather than the puppeteer. He was so quick, girl, to get back to dragging Cedric because he was walking around in the damn early 2000s with one of the best man wigs, one of the best man units to be seen yet, girl. Make it make damn sense. But this is Mr. Truth Teller. This is Miss, let's rip off the goddamn censorship. Let's rip off the Band-Aid. Let's pull the curtain, bitch. Let's tell it how it is. This is Miss Roll Your Neck herself. But you got the audacity to sit your ass down with another black man with millions of followers and claim that you have direct information about the hidden hands of the industry and spend no time on that, but keep your foot on those trying to survive the industry that those hidden hands created, which means that you are equally acting as a gatekeeper your fucking self. And see, this is the problem when you bullshit in an interview and you don't stick to the script and stick to your facts and you do all this extra shit. And now a bitch don't know where I'm traveling to despite having GPS coordinates. Because you up in outer space glitching, bitch. In the outer atmosphere. This what happens, girl, when you choose to be colorful and wild-minded. And you don't think that it's bitches who listening, bitch. See, I ain't none of the rest of these girls, girl, who listen with only they surface ear, bitch. Y'all get out here and do all this yabba dabba doing, bitch. And forget that it's motherfuckers out here listening. Taking your words, girl. Taking your story, girl. Taking your experience, girl. Taking your narrative, girl. Taking your truth, girl. And lining that shit up. Now, let's get to Luda and Cat. Then this balding ass Negro went in on Ludacriss, bitch. And this is when I'm going to have to call even more motherfucking capo. Went in on Luda. Once again, dragging out this fake ass Illuminati shit that is real, but not actually relevant to Cat. It's not. Real people, real society, real BOULE, just not relevant to Cat. Was never a thing in Cat's experience. Dragging out this Illuminati ass narrative, girl. So he goes to talk about Luda and suggest that Ludacriss made a clandestine deal with unnamed members of the Illuminati to land the Fast and the Furious roles. He claimed that he went on to share that him and Luda were both invited to the BOULE party, and he called it a Illuminati party. And because they both had a similar urban aesthetic and brand, that there was only room for one of them as far as the BOULE was concerned. And that it was communicated to him that only one of them, once again, could make it. So it was only one of them who cut off their sideburns and hair and who signed a $200 million contract for a 10-movie deal. And that bald-headed, side-burnless ass motherfucker was Ludacriss himself, who took the deal. Who also, according to Cat Williams, ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced bitch for a wife, like the rest of them did. Girl, Cat Williams is one press bitch, and I am not talking about them struggling ass follicles on his goddamn head hole. Now, here's the thing for me. Why in the hell, once again, just like in the case with Gary Owens and this Illuminati and Harvey Weinstein and sucking his dick, etc. Why in the hell would the focus be the men who took all these deals? When you're claiming that you're in a position to actually call the names of the actual predators in the industry regarding the elite who are positioning and triangulating black male talent this way, which is far more critical information to me than everything these niggas is doing to survive a world and a system and a social construct that they did not create, but inherited instead. Why in the hell would Cat Williams claim to be such a goddamn real ass nigga and truth teller, but he himself is protecting the powerful and chess masters because he made sure that this fake ass Illuminati ass story that he was inserting for the sake of revving up the cancellation on Luda and Kevin and etc. girl was going to stick like fucking grits. Why would you protect those names? He's so charged up, girl, in his fifis regarding other talent that made it, and that in his eyes made it out easier than he got to make it out, that he's revealing his own character and soul flaws and soul selling and trying to deflect to them. The truth is, all the shit about the Illuminati Cat is talking about and lying about once again, it's all a bunch of sensational ass bullshit just to make sure that his commentary about his ops stick hard to the algorithm. But the problem, once again, with adding lies to the truth is that you dilute the goddamn truth and bring your own truth under fire as a result of those goddamn truths. As a result of the goddamn lies you're trying to weaponize against your ops. And lying shows that you have to lie in order to make a goddamn point, which is the same claim you making about all these niggas. It kills the clarity and the precision of the goddamn truth when you do all of that. He couldn't name not any of these unnamed ass members of these goddamn secret goddamn societies who spoke to him directly and tried to get him to cut these goddamn deals. And you know why the fuck he didn't? Because they don't goddamn exist. That's why. Cat Williams is a bitter, single, black mother. And some of these men that he got grievances against are men who have done him wrong in part, some of them. And some of them are just niggas who achieved what he did not. And he's just mad at them like Luda for making it. And because he feels niggas like Luda had an easier climb out of the bucket than he did, he's resentful towards niggas like Luda for having favor he didn't feel he had. His narrative is his truth. And when he doesn't have facts to justify his grievances against other people, what Cat Williams does is come up with Jaguar right level conspiracies to justify his resentfulness towards other people's success by trying to explain their success away as them making deals with members of societies that they also refuse to call by name because it's only, in fact, a narrative they're using regarding their personal vendettas. Now, I ain't answering no dumbass questions in the comments because I'm speaking real clear about my perspective. I'm speaking to what I'm speaking to. I done said it all. And I ain't finished either. Because we giving him his rights and we calling him out on his bullshit too. And if some of y'all don't understand how to do that, and some of y'all don't know how to walk and chew gum at the same time, that's y'all business. I ain't got time to be, I ain't arguing with none of y'all. Just because a motherfucker telling some of the truth don't mean I'm not gonna call out any of the fucking lies. That's how y'all do. That's what y'all do. Y'all pendulum only swings from one extreme to the other extreme, baby. My pendulum swings backwards and forwards and backwards fluidly. My pendulum is fluid, baby. Okay? Just like a motherfucker who telling lies don't mean that I can't sort out the truth. This is about critically unpacking and dissecting the bullshit from the real tea. And Cat Williams is both a bullshitter and he also got real tea. And his own lying ass, pussy popping ass pathology is why he will not be taken at face value. And it's all of y'all who challenging what I'm saying, who got to explain why the fuck he could drop Cedric's name and Ricky's name and Luda's name and Kevin's name, but he can't drop the motherfucking name of none of these unnamed ass members of the great elite who pimping all they motherfucking asses the fuck out. It's y'all who got to explain why he sat his ass up there for 3 hours and did not tear the entire castle the fuck down, burn it all the way down, because according to him, he got the inside to the inside of the inside of the inside of the inside motherfucking scoop. That's what y'all got to do. Because I'm just calling out what the bitch didn't do. I'm just calling out who the bitch is protecting. Y'all so polarized, girl. Oh, God. He said, girl. What he said about, can be, maybe all facts, maybe not. I don't believe none of that shit he said about Ricky. Team Ricky. What he said about Cedric and said about Miss Steve Mustache Harvey, girl, believe it. What that shit he said about Luda, girl, pure jealousy, pure fucking envy. How dare you? How dare you, Cat Williams? Put your mouth on another black man and reduce his success to getting fucked and plucked in his motherfucking ass by a bunch of satanic ass global elite simply because you can't explain his success away in a way that's proper and just. But you want everybody to believe that your Blu-ray DVDs and all the money that you have accumulated has all been because you have played the game fair. You sitting up here pressed about these niggas putting narratives on you, but you put a whole fucking narrative on Ludacriss, and for what, bitch? For what? You couldn't even identify a legit issue with this nigga. Oh, because he paid and he acted and got a successful acting career. He sold his soul, girl. But it's not right for nobody to put they bullshit on you. A bitter baby mother is what Cat Williams' ass is. Even with the little bit of truth his ass sprinkles in when he getting his Jaguar right on, bitch. If you let me tell it, girl, Cat Williams ain't nothing but the damn male version of Jaguar right. And speaking of Luda, bitch, we gonna listen to his goddamn clap back. Let me go to his fine ass page. I stand with Really B. I stand with Really B. I stand with Really B motherfucking TV, bitch. I stand with her whole entire goddamn commentary. I sure do. Now here's Luda's response to Cat Williams dragging his wife and him. Hell.
Hart is always on my mind, like Snoop's cannabis shredder. I'm always on my grind. They throwing shade because niggas could never take my shine. I bring my watch collection on my jet. Let me take my time. Like fine wine, I'm aging like Benjamin. Top 5, I'm worth mentioning. Bring me rappers, I'm lynching them. See the pendulum swing, Jesus with diamond thorns. Ludacris, swaddled in Gucci linens when I was born. Never been Illuminati. Only Illuminati, and I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for life. R.I.P. John Singleton. You never have to flex when you earn every one of your Fast and Furious checks. Afro with the sideburns. Yeah, that's my signature. Addiction's on the rise. Comedians, check your temperature.
Okay, now he actually slayed, bitch. I thought it was going to get a corny, girl, but he actually slayed, girl. Okay? That was actually a feel-good dish record, girl. That's it. That's all, girl. And still got the sideburns. So what we talking about? I thought only one of us could have the sideburns, girl. Still got the sideburns, girl. 3 motherfucking Fast and Furious movies in, bitch. And still on top, wealthy. Got everything you don't got, bitch. A wife, a happy family, kids, a thriving goddamn career, and I don't look like half of what the fuck I've been through, girl. What's good? Still got the sideburns, bitch. What's up? It's still all good over here, bitch. You can't do better than that, than a Illuminati ass narrative, bitch. Yeah, it's giving real big mad on Cat Williams' part, girl. It's giving real shook on Cat Williams' part, girl. Real shook. Real shook. But we ain't done, bitch. It gets worse. Because I want to touch on what my boo, Really Be TV, had touched on. Okay? Because, you know, a big part of her commentary was, once again, she recognized a shitter when she sees one. She recognized a bullshitter when she sees one, girl. And she just wasn't able to lie to herself like the general public is able to do, girl. Okay? You know, she had her third eye on, and clearly Cat Williams was bullshitting and just hating plenty of times in this goddamn interview. Some of the things he was saying was fact, and some of that shit was just straight hating, like he did with Luda and his wife. You clearly mad because this man got a fucking nuclear family that you don't, girl. You still in and out of rehabs, and it is okay. Okay, you done projected and created your own narrative as it relates to this whole Money Mike shit with goddamn Rickey Smiley, and really act like this man got up here and said anything disrespectful and wrong about you, bitch. He just told his fucking truth, etc. Girl, and you done turn a goddamn molehill into a whole entire goddamn mountain, bitch. But Really Be attitude was like, Cat Williams kept saying, you know, everything else said about me is a lie. I ain't crazy. I ain't whatever. Because he brought up Kevin Hart. Him and Kevin Hart fell out. And you guys know that Cat been dragging Kevin and been dragging Kevin's mentee, Tiffany Haddish, for years. You know, considers them both a goddamn plant. A synthetic one from Walmart at that. Came and cut from the same cloth as Lil Nas X is, bitch. All right? Now, I can believe that about Tiffany. Partially about Kevin, too. But nonetheless, his issue with Kevin is the fact that Kevin, because in his mind, once again, in his mind, and see, I can't wait until I get into the second half of this commentary, girl, because y'all gonna really understand why, like, how my commentary make complete sense in terms of my own assessment, because of certain things I'm keeping in mind about Cat Williams that he ain't being honest about. In his mind, he got some trauma around everybody out to get me. He got a paranoia. That paranoia is not just limited to the industry, but we're gonna get into that. Because see, when I come through with my perspective, girl, it's gonna be a well-informed one. He got this paranoia. So because he couldn't do a movie that was offered to him because he had litigations to wrap up, and he couldn't leave the country to go to Australia to film for this movie role, directors ended up giving and offering Kevin Hart the role. Kevin Hart took it. He didn't have criminal cases tying him up in the country. Cat Williams been pressed unlike his hair since Kevin went and did a movie he felt was his. This is Kevin's response years ago, because, you know, Cat been dragging him for years. This is a Breakfast Club excerpt where Kevin addresses the beef with Cat Williams. Listen to this. Let me put up another visual. Let me do that. Hold on. Where it is. All right, this is Kevin. Okay.
My frustration with Cat Williams comes from, you keep pointing at Hollywood. Hollywood this, the white man, this, and this. When do you take responsibility for your actions? You had the shot.
Cat was in that position at one point.
You were the guy. Yeah. You were set up to be the star. You didn't show up to work. You fucked off promo shoots. You fucked off your promo fucking trips that they had set up for you. You became a risk to the studios, which is why the studios stopped fucking with you.
Why was he a risk?
He chose drugs.
Oh, okay.
Take responsibility for what you chose and say, you know what, I gotta fix me, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna stand up for comedy. So when you say Tiffany Haddish doesn't deserve or isn't really a comedian, and these other women have worked hard, which they have. Shouts out to Melanie Camacho. Shouts out to Lunel. Shouts out to Leslie Jones, who are all underneath the umbrella of Cat Williams.
So Andre, he implied that motherfucking Ludacriss got on his knees and believes. He implied that Ludacriss made a pact with devils and demons himself. He motherfucking caught Ludacriss' wife, who ain't got nothing to do with nothing, the ugly light-skinned face bitch. That's what's not cool. He been around here talking shit about this man because his actions had him caught up in a litigation, and the show had to go on. And you can't be mad at who the fuck it went on with. This the narcissism I'm talking about. The zero accountability. And we're going to get into what all Mr. Williams is not taking accountability for, but we're going to let Kevin get his one off real quick.
Cat Williams, have you ever used your platform to fucking bring the people that were under you up? You haven't. So because you haven't, don't shit on those that now are. I've used my platform and I brought my guys and girls up. The brand of Kevin Hart is a brand that's expanded so fucking far, whether you like me or not. My presence in comedy will forever be felt because I'm a fucking boss. I sit on the top of it, and the opportunities I'm giving are the ones that I'm creating. So take responsibility for what you did. You fuck you. Nobody else did. You don't hear Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, the Kings of Comedy, Seinfeld. You don't hear George Lopez, Eddie Griffin. You don't hear fucking
Oh yeah, and Tyrus, to be clear, this ain't about whether the bitch light skin or not. We talking about what happens when you put your motherfucking mouth on another man's wife and his right to give you that motherfucking work. Light skin, dark skin, black skin, Italian, Spanish, Hispanic, Mexican, goddamn mixed race, biracial, bilingual, irrelevant. You put your fucking mouth on a fucking man's wife, whether she light skin, blue skin, yellow skin, you can get that motherfucking work.
Who else can I go down the road of other comedians? Steve Martin Short. You don't hear the guys that got on top and that made it by doing what they love complain about the people that are coming under them. The reason why is because they're happy with themselves. Don't blame everybody else for your shit. Don't shit on my sister Light because you're not happy with your shit. This shit is earned. It's not given. I don't give a fuck if you're a Tiffany Haddish fan or not. It's earned.
Okay, but what that got to do with Kevin, Andre? Whatever life and philanthropy and humanitarian aid that Cat has brought to his comedian community, okay, that's his right and his business. This is not a both-sided beef. Cat, the one who got the problem with Kevin. He's picking a fight with a motherfucker who is winning. And just like in Luda's case, he wants Kevin's success to be for every other reason other than the fact that the stars aligned. He was in the right place at the right time. And guess what? The old saying in the church is, baby, favor ain't fair. There are some of us who had to work 10 fucking years strong to get where the fuck another bitch got in 6 months, leaving her parents' house and just lucked the fuck up. No, life ain't fair. The pendulum don't swing equally for everybody the same way. The cards don't arrange themselves equally out. Some people gonna have a longer journey, some people gonna have a shorter journey, and some people ain't gonna make it a goddamn all. Cat Williams need to deal with the man in the mirror. He mad and he bitter at a lot of motherfuckers, not because they did anything to him. He mad at a lot of motherfuckers because he feels they didn't earn their spot. They did not earn their crown. They did not earn their position, which is a rightful plight, especially if the system is lopsided. But you gotta hate the game, not the player. The players are just a result of the way the game is rigged. They didn't create the rig. And I can't respect Cat Williams at all. As good as he was at putting sugar and spice on all the bullshit he did for 3 fucking hours, I ain't got no respect for it, because you sat your ass there for 3 fucking hours and never actually addressed the actual gatekeepers who got the game rigged up the way that they fucking rigged up. You sat and protected those motherfuckers. You didn't put the public in a position to cancel and hold those motherfuckers accountable. How you got Cassie, a whole fucking 80-pound ass woman out here who got more balls and testicles than these punk pussy ass niggas do. Cassie laid her motherfucking life on the fucking line and allowed the shit to go the fuck up. And you got these big balls ass niggas who would sit here and talk all this shit about the upper room, the BOULE, the Illuminati, the blah, 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 blah. And a motherfucker won't drop a single name. But they have all that fucking commentary for the motherfuckers who play the game. To get their needs met for the sake of their families, for the sake of themselves, etc. The chessboard ain't gonna never come apart if you don't start holding the motherfuckers who created the board accountable. The goddamn chess pieces on top of that motherfucker are irrelevant, especially when you claim to have inside information and data and reference to those who created the board itself. So why the fuck we sitting here talking about a tight ass Ricky, Cedric, Steve, and you done put your fucking mouth on an entire shadow secret system that's profusely present in the industry. And the only motherfucker you can name out of them hitting hands is Harvey Weinstein, who conveniently can't even defend his damn self against what the fuck you saying. Took the most laziest route out. No, bitch, tell us who the fuck these secret hands were who were offering you and Luda a $200 million fucking contract. No, bitch, tell us who made this man shave off his afro and his sideburns, bitch. No, ma'am, tell us. Just like we applied that goddamn heat to Christian Keys, I ain't gonna be no less harder on Cat Williams than I was with Christian Keys' ass when he decided to gatekeep and drop these damn Easter eggs, which he did more in his goddamn commentary than damn Cat Williams did. We can at least slap a damn name on who the hell Christian Keys were referring to. Cat Williams can't drop no names because the bitch was lying to begin with. As if Cat gives a fuck about being killed. Have you fucking seen the 20 fucking 4 mugshots? The bitch got more mugshots than Kaya. And we're going to get into his criminal troubled ass past. Because, see, that's how I'm about to debunk all of y'all making these weak ass excuses for a man whose bullshit is on wax. It's on wax. All them mugshots, bitch, and run in with the po-po, bitch, and in and out of mental asylums, girl, prove a motherfucker ain't scared. But a motherfucker do got a motive. That part.
Tiffany Haddish got years in the game. It's not an accident that Tiffany Haddish got an opportunity to star in a movie. It's not an accident that that character popped in the movie. Written or not written, a character has to pop it.
And he even acknowledged the years that you put in before that. Now I want to ask you,
so
because you were very classy in your response on social media, because the first thing I thought was that's effed up. What's Tiffany going to say? Because it has to be hurtful when somebody says something like that. Especially, I'm sure you were a fan of his, you know, at some point.
I still am a fan of his. I think he's hilarious.
So what did you...
All right, I don't want to hear from her. Now, let's get to Miss Williams, girl. And let's get to my baby mother, Really Be TV, who, you know, she had to consider the reality when it came to Cat Williams' credibility, because the man got a pathology. So in response to everything that y'all heard Cat Williams say, I mean, Kevin Hart say, in response to all this smoke that Cat Williams want with him, that the industry don't fuck with Cat because he's a loose cannon, unpredictable, unstable, drugged out. And guess what? Weed is a drug if you live in a state where weed has not been legalized. Marijuana is not has not been decriminalized in all divided states of America. So marijuana is still considered a drug, and you can and is a criminal offense. He didn't have to nuance it because it actually is what the hell it is. So Cat Williams decided to say in his interview with Shannon Sharp, you know, they try to say everything is they, right? Because see, this is the pathology of the narcissist. They, girl, as if you don't have a arrest record 20 years long, bitch. I'm talking about, there's one article I got right here. This nigga had 24 run-ins with the po-po in 1 year. 1 year. But it's they. No, bitch, it ain't no they. It's not them making you look crazy. You out here acting a plumb fucking fool, so let's talk about the foolishness. Let's talk about the foolishness. Because we're going to make it plain, baby. What's going on, 50 Shades? Courtesy of AJC.com. The year of Cat Williams' timeline of 2016, girl. This is only 2016. Keep in mind, 2016 arrest. And arrests speak almost as much as convictions do, bitch. Because, girl, how is it that the rest of us can manage to stay out of sight of the goddamn po-po, but Cat Williams can't manage to stay his ass at home or on a goddamn job or at a goddamn park with his son on a sliding board, but the rest of us can manage to avoid police presence 24 goddamn different times in the year. So now all of a sudden we capable of doing something that he ain't capable of doing. All of a sudden now Cat Williams is so special, girl, that he just randomly, just by every chance in the universe, girl, is just gonna keep manifesting police contact Overton and Overton and Overton again, but the rest of us can manage, girl, to get in and out of our buildings and in and out of our lives and in and out of our daily goddamn activities just goddamn fine. But all of a sudden now, Cat Williams is the goddamn exception. Now all of a sudden, girl, Cat Williams is so goddamn unique, girl. He made of some type of goddamn vibranium and some type of goddamn material that just disallows his ass to go about his goings about without having to come into the goddamn contact with police like the rest of us, girl. Now all of a sudden, girl, y'all gonna make Cat Williams the exception? Oh, God! Let's get into Miss AJC.com. The year of Cat Williams' timeline of 2016 arrest. Hold on, I want y'all to see this. Because I'm like LeVar Burton, baby. You ain't got to take my word for it. Cat Miss Williams, girl. Atlanta comedian Cat Williams has had a rough 2016 with multiple arrests and banishment from 2 Georgia counties. Charges issued against the 45-year-old stand-up artist include battery, theft, and criminal damage to property. Here's a look at Cat Williams' brushes with the law in just the year of 2016. February the 28th, girl, top of the goddamn year, baby. Starting off 2016 right. Williams and about 15 members of his entourage and security team were accused of physically attacking and stealing cell phones from 5 women who were visiting Atlanta for the weekend. February 29th, Williams was arrested on a misdemeanor battery charge in Gainesville after a pool supply store employee told authorities that he was punched during an argument. March 8th, Williams was arrested for allegedly threatening to unalive his bodyguard. February 28th, authorities said Williams and 2 acquaintances allegedly confined and assaulted Corey Dixon. Quote, "It is our understanding that Mr. Williams was encouraging our victim, Mr. Dixon, to engage in some criminal activity in the Atlanta area," a Hall County Sheriff spokesperson said. On March 9th, authorities said Williams had violated the condition of a previous bond. March 11th, Williams was transferred to the Fulton County Jail from Hall County. He was charged with entering an auto theft by taking a simple battery in connection with the cell phone incident. Also, all y'all who keep saying, because he's also lying about not being convicted. There are convictions on his actual arrest record. That's another bald-faced lie that Cat Williams has lied about. March 12th, quote, "I am just like most Christians, under daily attack, but somehow holding up well." Williams said, always somebody else, always somebody else. After being released on bond from the Fulton County Jail, quote, "God's grace is wonderful. We will have our day in court and we will be exonerated," he said. Well, not before, bitch. He was in more trouble just 2 weeks after that statement because a video showed Williams in a fight with an Atlanta teenager, that he was in the Atlanta projects handing out cash and allegedly threw the first damn punch. Now, some of y'all got higher expectations out of y'all fucking teenagers than y'all do this grown, overgrown ass balding Negro. So you can miss me with the clear bullshit of it all. Some of y'all got y'all fucking children in a chokehold and would dare them to get into half the shit that this grown ass nigga can get into in just 1 month, girl. Okay, so y'all can miss me with the clit and utter bull of the shit, bitch. Okay? Y'all children can't even do not one of this once a year, bitch. Yet alone y'all actually going up and making excuses for a nigga who in trouble every day of the fucking year. You can miss me with the clear bull of the shit. April 20 goddamn 7th. William allegedly threw a salt shaker at a restaurant manager in East Point, bloodying the man's lip. Police responded to the incident at Spondifits on Virginia Avenue, then found Williams at a nearby Waffle House. He was booked on a battery charge. And he mad that he can't go to Australia. So I guess Tiffany Haddish and Ludacriss and Kevin Hart and Cedric and Steve and Ricky are responsible for while he's putting his hands on teenagers and children that are not his and throwing the first punches, and why he throwing salt shakers, and why I guess it's just girl, Cat Williams is just the exception. He's just the exception, girl. Grown ass man. Cat Williams was arrested after a spat with a female employee at a sportsman lodge, a Ventura Boulevard Hotel, according to the LA Times. He appeared in court in August. September the 18th, Williams was jailed in Fulton County on a charge of criminal damage to property in the second degree. He was released on a $10,000 signature goddamn bond. December the 2nd, Williams was banned from the Hall and Johnson counties and ordered to pay $7,500 in restitution and perform 100 hours of community service in a negotiated deal after pleading no contest to some charges in connection with the alleged February assault against his bodyguard. So that can can all the bullshit in the chat right there, bitch. Even Cat Williams is calling y'all cat girl for going up for him. Make it make goddamn sense. Oh, but that's not it. We was just talking about 2016. Let's move on over to MTV.com, girl, and get into another archived expose of everything he calling Kevin Hart being capped on. December the 2nd, back in the slammer. Over the weekend, Cat was arrested following a bar fight in Seattle, during which he allegedly threatened patrons with a pool cue. According to police via TMZ, Williams brandished a pool cue at a bar manager and refused to leave the business, and later threw a cigarette at a woman as she got into her car and hit her in the eye. After being arrested, he was bailed out by none other than the former death row honcho, Suge Knight. December, holiday shopping fever. Maybe Cat just wasn't feeling Target's layaway plan. For some reason, Cat felt compelled to pimp slap the fuck out of a Target employee in Sacramento for no apparent reason, and then used a motorized shopping cart as his getaway vehicle. No, we cannot make this stuff up. Oh, let's read that one more time. Let's read the ridiculousness of Cat Williams, because I'm sure that some of you have teenagers who you never have to bail out of jail, who you never have to go run up to the school and campus to hear about every month, but gonna make motherfucking excuses for a grown-ass nigga who pimp slapped a Target employee in Sacramento and then used an electric three-wheeled scooter as his getaway car and took police on a dangerous high-speed chase, endangering other innocent civilians. But to some of y'all, that's excusable. For some of y'all can rationalize the innocence of this damn man. Baby, some of y'all bet not ever be lawyers for nobody, bitch, because motherfuckers gonna be good as gone, girl. November 27, Tricycle Mayhem. Cat drove his three-wheeled motorcycle. Okay, he got a thing for scooters, bitch. Where is your scooter? Apparently on the highway. Got in his three-wheeled scooter, girl, or tricycle, on the sidewalk in Sacramento, and when police asked him to pull over, he sped away, causing a chase to ensue. According to TMZ, bitch, Williams took his helmet off and yelled back at the cop saying that I'm not going to stop on his high-powered turbo tricycle. Took the damn police, wasting taxpayers' dollars. Good police who could have been saving a cat from a tree or old lady from a fall. Instead, he had Sacramento's police department in a chokehold, bitch, while he in a damn high-powered electric scooter, bitch, flying faster than this. But this makes sense to some of y'all. November the 16th. Breakdown. At the Oracle Arena in California, Cat took the stage, ending with total public meltdown. Witnesses claimed that he was sweating profusely while spewing out a rambling set of monologues, kind of like what he did with Shannon Sharp. Cat was later escorted off the stage, and to make matters worse, the next comedian poked, quote, "This is what happens when you get your dope in Oakland, California." Fans of Cat weren't laughing at his comedic breakdown, during which he allegedly confronted a heckler, took his clothes off, and attempted to fight at least 3 audience members. Some unhappy ticket buyers launched a lawsuit later in the month against the funny man. Now, who the fuck is laughing? But some of y'all, baby, it makes sense to some of y'all, bitch. November the 9th. Sue me. It's so hard to find good people and good help these days. Cat Williams' former assistant, Melissa Ishaj, claimed that he went into a rage and attacked her on October the 6th. Melissa said she even went to the hospital following the altercation and wants a cool $5 million as compensation. Oh, where all my protect women? Where all my believe the victim first? Because it done went from 5 women to another woman that he plucked in the goddamn eye with a cigarette, to now his personal assistant, Melissa, who he done allegedly attacked in a bald-headed fit of rage, honey. But I guess if it's Cat, it's all right. October the 21st, bald-faced rat. Cat was not happy when he was arrested after brandishing a gun at actor Fazan Love. The comedian went on a verbal rant against Love, insinuating that he snitched and called the police. Quote, "You saying he's a snitch? You saying he's a bald-faced rat and told you street business? He weighs 450 pounds. I weigh 140. October 19th. What's the beef with Fazan Love? Even comedians have beef. Cat Williams and actor Fazan Love got into a heated argument outside of a Hollywood club over $50,000 debt that Cat apparently owed Love. Cat pulled out a GUN on Love that wasn't loaded. Love told TMZ, quote, "I am just extremely upset that his punk ass would pull a GUN out on me and even play with me like that," and added, "He better chill his ass out." This was Cat's first GUN snuffer. In 2006, he was arrested while trying to carry a GUN through a LX airport. Oh, but some of y'all gonna make that make sense too. Well, he got the right to sit next to me on Delta with an unregistered GUN. He got the right, girl, to carry. Moving along. According to USA Today, oh, it don't end, baby. No, ma'am. No pain, no gain, no pain. Cat Williams arrested, charged with assaulting driver after fight over transportation dog. Cat Williams is in legal trouble, of course, yet a goddamn again. Less than a month after winning a Creative Arts Emmy for his guest appearance on the TV show Atlanta, the comedian was arrested and charged with assault in Oregon. Authorities say that Williams, 47 years of big old age, assaulted a driver hired to pick him up from Portland International Airport following an argument over transporting the comedian and his damn dog. Williams was on his way to Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out, baby. I guess the wilding started before he even got to the set, sugar, no pun intended, comedy improv show on that Friday night. The town car driver suffered minor injuries, according to Port of Portland police, including cuts to his goddamn face and swelling. The Great America star, whose real name is Michael Williams, was taken into custody Saturday after leaving in another vehicle. He was charged with assault in the 4th degree and an out-of-state warrant from Georgia. As of Sunday, Williams remains in Multnomah County Jail. His arraignment is scheduled for Monday. USA has reached out to his tired-ass representatives for comment, and of course, them tired-ass hoes have not responded for questioning. It ain't over, bitch. Let's get into StLouisAmerican.com. Cat Williams enters mental hospital where the fuck he needs to be. Okay? According to allhiphop.com, comedian Cat Williams was committed to a mental hospital on Friday, November the 14th, after family members in Sumter, South Carolina, shout out to South Carolina, became alarmed by the star's continued erratic behavior. Williams arrived in Sumter less than a week after being arrested on weapon charges in New York and being a no-show for a scheduled November 4th appearance on the Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Not long after checking in at the Mount Vernon Inn, the comedian was reportedly seen wandering the property early in the morning wearing just a bathrobe and a towel wrapped around his edgeless ass head by motel employees. Police arrived, and Williams was said to have asked them for directions to the nearest hospital. He was allowed to leave since no crime had taken place. But local attorney Gerald Diaz reported that a paranoid Williams appeared at his law firm and not the hospital at 9 a.m., seeking assistance, claiming that the police had violated his goddamn rights. And other unknown parties were conspiring against him. You hear that, class? You hear that motherfucking shit? I'm going to read that line back again. Okay? Because, see, this is where the pathology of paranoia and schizophrenia and maybe undiagnosed mental illnesses has to come into play at. Local attorney Gerald Diaz reported that a paranoid-ass Williams appeared at his law firm and not the hospital at 9 a.m. seeking assistance, claiming that the police had violated his rights and other unknown, here it is, baby, that BOULE, I guess it's the Illuminati, bitch, were conspiring against him. Quote, his demeanor was a little troubled and disoriented, Diaz told the Item newspaper. He just said that he doesn't trust anyone anymore, that everyone has turned against him. Oh, really? He wasn't really coherent. Oh, doesn't this sound very familiar? Paranoid. Everybody is against me. Everybody taking me out. He doesn't trust anyone. Okay. You getting it? Oh, okay. Y'all thought this shit he was projecting on to Rickey Smiley specifically and Ludacriss specifically, because I believe him about Steve. And I believe him about Cedric. But y'all thought that this shit he projected on to Ricky regarding Money Mike and all this, and this unwarranted ass smoke he had for Ludacriss was original? Oh, y'all thought that was an original projection? No, ma'am, it was not. Two family members then arrived, pleading with Williams to come with them to seek medical attention. Williams allegedly turned down his family's request, but they returned to the premises at noon with deputies under orders to escort the comedian actor to the nearest mental health facility. Local hospital, this is my channel, Golden. If you don't like me stating the facts, because you took your ass over there to a 3-hour-long interview with a bitch who ain't had no facts and got the nerve to be questioning a bitch who pulling up the black and white. Now, you need to make that make sense to your damn self. Why the fuck are you like that? Why are you this indignant? You got the nerve to take the goddamn word of a goddamn funny sociopath and then got the nerve to have your ass over here questioning the facts. It ain't my fault. These are his facts. You need to go direct all your questionnaires to Miss Cat Williams and ask her to stop getting her ass into trouble per goddamn month of every goddamn year since he been born, so that bitches like CTV don't got no motherfucking black and white to pull the fuck up. Why you big mad, bitch? You here? This is my channel. I'm the bitch who got 45.1. What the fuck you upset about, bitch? Are you on payroll? Are you colored in a big bag? Are you riding big dick? Are you a concubine? Are you a sneaky link? Bitch, what's your motive? Because I get paid to do what I'm doing while you here for free. Matter of fact, shout out to my baby mother, Erica Cardwell, baby, for the old nasty piece of cash app, because I get paid to be here, bitch, all day long and to do this. What you get paid to do for free, bitch? But sit your ass in this chat and get this motherfucking work. Because I'm working. That's what the fuck I'm doing. The article goes on to say that local hospital officials would not release the comedian's location or current status out of respect for Williams' privacy. He recently announced plans to officially retire from stand-up after a New Year's Eve performance in Detroit on December 31st, citing mental and physical strain from road life and the desire to strengthen his family. Now, those are his words. Mental and physical distress is clouding his judgment. You got a man who is running wild through the streets of Sacramento on a three-wheeled goddamn wheelchair, bitch, endangering his life and everybody, every newborn strapped to the back on the way home from daycare, bitch, every nuclear family on their way to dinner, bitch, and he got his ass on the highways and the byways of Sacramento, girl, with police flying faster than this girl, and y'all got more excuses for his reckless behavior than even considering the lives of everyday citizens like yourself, bitch, because it could be your own goddamn relatives whose lives he are playing with while he out here, bitch. Raggedy, stressed, undiagnosed, and lacking his proper prescriptions. How dare you? Now, my ending conclusion is, at best, this 3-hour interview was entertaining, filled with more bullshit than it did fact. And ironically, Cat Williams is trying to establish an attitude about an industry that he still today works in and desires to be in, which is why he sat his ass down in the same space that Rickey Smiley told his goddamn truth in. I don't got nothing to do with Claudia Joy, and that shit ain't got nothing to do with this interview. My commentary is on this interview. I don't give a damn about what Rickey Smiley did to nobody else. I'm here dealing, my commentary is about this interview. My commentary is about unpacking who he put his mouth on in the situation at hand. Okay? It does not change the fact that Cat is bullshitting when it comes to Smiley. I don't understand what y'all don't understand about that. Do you know that a bitch can be wrong over here and right over there? Rickey Smiley ain't no goddamn saint. I don't believe that there is no such nobody. I ain't no damn saint. None of y'all ain't no damn saint. Two things are always true at the same time when it comes to humans. They do right in situations and they do wrong in other situations. And then they do right again and then they do wrong again. For every goddamn good deed, a negative deed is goddamn done. Welcome to being a goddamn person. Two things can always be true at the same damn time. Cat Williams, as far as I'm concerned, told more on his damn self than he did any damn body else. And I hope he continue to keep his foot at the same time on the wide ass neck of Cedric The Entertainer. I hope he get his round with that goddamn fupa. And I hope he get his motherfucking, keep his goddamn foot on Steve Harvey's mustache. He didn't back up shit he said about Ricky. And for everything that Cat Williams is doing for the black comedian sphere, Ricky is also doing. He done employed everybody from the Brat to Gary, gay men, gay women, straight women, got motherfucking housing projects in the motherland, the whole fucking nine. Cat Williams ain't the only person, and just like Cat Williams, right, can at the same time be somebody who putting Lunel on and who's giving opportunity to other comedians. He's also on the highways and byways of Sacramento on 3-wheel electric scooters and slapping the fuck out of goddamn store clerks for no reason. He's also the same motherfucker evading police custody. He's also the same motherfucker who be in charge with battery as it relates to putting his hands on women. Two things could be true at him. I mean, so what? Ricky ain't been kind to this one. Cat Williams ain't been kind to everybody. Cat Williams right here putting his goddamn hands on y'all's children, which I know none of y'all will actually appreciate. And you only have the luxury, about caring, about not caring about this child he put his hands on because it ain't your black ass child that he put his hands on. But had it been yours, y'all would have been right down there to the lawsuit filing y'all goddamn complaint faster than us. See, I'm clear about the fact that I'm both-handed. And that everybody can get that everlasting work, girl. I don't give a damn that I like Cat Williams. I'm a big fan of his comedy. I enjoy his sense of humor. I was raised up on Next Friday and the trilogy and his comedy specials, and that don't dictate the truth for me, unlike it does for Cat Williams. Cat Williams designs the truth according to his agenda. I just deal with the truth. Cat Williams is the one who got a goddamn agenda, which is why he pussy popped and was caught up in all type of damn inconsistencies and incriminated his damn self all at the same time, trying to talk all this shit about these other fucking men who also got their own goddamn demons accordingly as well. But the point of me bringing up all his troubles, girl, in just 1 year, shout out to 2016, his troubles, girl, since he been in the world, is because when he addressed his troubles in his interview with Shannon Sharp, he made his troubles about Kevin Hart. Now, at any point in what we read, class, where did you guys see Kevin Hart enter the algorithm? In anything that we read, girl, and reviewed about Miss Williams' troubled past, girl, where did you see Kevin Hart into the group chat, girl. Where was Kevin Hart in Target? Where was Kevin Hart, girl, on the streets of Sacramento? His response to Kevin Hart addressing him about smoke he got with this man for no reason other than being successful, just like he got unnecessary smoke for Luda, is that, oh, they say no, bitch, ain't no they say, girl. It's what your actions say, girl. It's what your criminal arrest record says, girl. It's what these folks out here saying, girl, who experienced you. Kevin Hart ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with that. And if you don't want nobody talking about your laundry list of bullshit, shut your motherfucking mouth, ho. You out here starting unnecessary fires with motherfuckers who ain't got no smoke with you and living their best goddamn life, and they nowhere to be seen in your space. And then you the proverbial victim, girl, when they light your motherfucking ass up like Kevin did on this goddamn Breakfast Club microphone. Kevin is the damn industry, just like Jag is. All he exposed is his damn self. All them fucking men, where they at in the industry, still motherfucking standing, bitch. Go file your 35-page lawsuit like Cassie did and do what a real bitch do. Bitch, I'll never respect these motherfucking niggas. You got these motherfucking women who got more goddamn leadership and testosterone in one motherfucking panky than these niggas do in their whole goddamn bodies. Bitch, I hear crying in front of another grown-ass motherfucking man. Bitch, you got smoke, go see about Kevin. Bitch, you got smoke, bitch, go see about Steve, ho. Crying and crying and crying. And ain't said a goddamn thing. Up there protecting the actual goddamn gatekeepers who got all y'all asses in a goddamn pretzel knot. And then wonder why you bald-headed and looking indentured in the damn face. Go put a damn hot rag over that pleather skin, bitch. Because, see, Rickey Smiley better than me, bitch, because I would have flamed your motherfucking ass up, bitch. There would have been nothing left but a do-rag in your goddamn place, ho. Bitch, they would have had to motherfucking charge me with a criminal goddamn offense, bitch, the way I would have lit off into Cat motherfucking Williams ass, bitch, bringing all his goddamn estrogen into a goddamn situation he ain't even got no goddamn receipts about, because it's really you, bitch, who jealous of me while you out here trying to paint a goddamn narrative, ho, that I'm pressed about you. Bitch, I called a motherfucker on the line who could corroborate my situation, and motherfucking Ice Cube girl has yet to debunk a bitch. But you just sat up there and had your super soaker thrower and your goddamn dick sucker and put all that shit up on a motherfucking nigga's name. Where your voicemail, bitch? Where your Carfax at, ho? Who can you get on the goddamn line, bitch, to corroborate the fact that Rickey Smiley was on set dragging you? Next be with the fool la la. I stand in solidarity with Really B TV. Subscribe to her ass. She laid it out to goddamn night. She inspired this goddamn commentary. Really B, if you hear me, bitch, I'm with you, baby mother. Let me drop her link in the chat again. Follow Really B TV YouTube channel. Okay, now if you enjoyed yourself, bitch, hold on. Do y'all want an after show? Because I ain't gonna open up the panel, girl, because I already done been here 3 hours running my goddamn super soaker thrower. Do y'all wanna if y'all want a after show to come pop y'all shit and give y'all prepared, we can come right on back. And I can start up another scream grill if y'all wanna if y'all wanna hit the lane. Now bitch, I ain't gonna create no goddamn whole show. And then I'm up there by my damn self. That's up to y'all, girl. If enough of y'all want an after show, y'all gotta sound off on it. The majority wins. Shout out to my baby mother Erica, my baby mother Tanika, my moderator Tyrus in the building, my baby mother Tanya. Yes, God. If y'all go up there, don't get your feelings hurt. Be respectful. Cat also paid $8,000 for Mabel Moore star on Hollywood for her for free. Oh, that's the least he can do for black women, acting as the backbone to the black community. Do he got housing in Kenya? Okay, so y'all saying that y'all want an after show? Okay, well, I'm going to create the after show. Give me about 7 minutes to create this thumbnail, this title. If y'all don't get a notification, just check the channel back manually, and we're going to come back for an after show, and y'all can come up her, girl, and get into the things and put y'all foot in whoever ass y'all holding accountable. All right, bye.